Alrighty, so like I mentioned, I am getting back from Salt Lake City. It was a phenomenal experience. Got to probably the best regionals I've ever been to. And so what I'm going to be covering is simple, step-by-step, easy way for you guys to better understand the Renatus product, for you guys how to better drive people through the system, and to give you guys an easy step-by-step process that's been working for me, but that I'm adding to it constantly. So I wanted to share it with you guys. And really what I want to do is start by, give me one second, let me pull this up. So we're going to talk about first is skill development in this business, okay? So skill development, the great thing is with the Renatus marketing business, it helps you become a greater real estate investor because real estate is marketing, right? Real estate is marketing, so that if we build these skills that I'm about to mention, it's going to help us on all facets of our business, right? Because there's three skills types that we want to be, or there's three things that we're really working on in this business at all time, right? So it's the people, you got the people side, you got the personal development, and then we have the real estate. So, give me 1 second. So the skills that are going to be coming into place that we want to be working on is this. So the skills, let me see. We're going to be working on is interpersonal, which is the people. Okay. The self-discipline. Communication. One of the most important things we need to be working on is communicating. I don't know if you guys have ever experienced this, when somebody will send you a text and you don't understand quite what they're saying until you ask them 3, 4, 5 different times and get out what they were really trying to say. But if we can communicate clearly with people, especially when it comes to sales, when it comes to our leads, when it comes to our real estate, it's going to save us a lot of time, energy, and effort, and it's going to put us in a light of professionalism, right? So we're going to be working on people skills, our self-discipline, our communication, our negotiation, our negotiating, proper money habits, business ownership, leadership, and networking. So these are the skills that we want to be constantly developing. And the great thing is it's all in with Renatus, and it's all there available for us. These are the ones we want to highlight because this is what's going to help us in everyday life with everyday life, with our business, with whatever we're trying to do, right? Working on your people skills and being relatable to people. This is a people business, right? And so it's super important that we're able to do that. Having the self-discipline of scheduling in our money making activities, scheduling in the top things that we're going to be doing, I'm going to show you what your top priority should be every single day, what your second priority should be, and then handling the other things in the business that doesn't produce income, but is still important. Okay. Communication, we talked about that. Negotiating, right? You get what you negotiate, not what you deserve. Proper money habits. We're all expecting a correction in the market, and we want to be ready for that. We want to be ready for have the funds to go ahead and take advantage and to also survive and properly manage our money, right? Business ownership, we don't want to be self-employed. We want to own a business, right? We want to have the systems in place, and that's what we're going to create, make it easier for you guys. Leadership is influence. You know, there's plenty of times where I have found that a lot of people need to be led, especially in this business, and that is influence. Influencing people to take the necessary actions to start in this business, leading people, because a lot of people are just lost. A lot of people are silently suffering, and we need to help them. Okay, and networking, building those relationships and resources. These are some of the main skills that we pointed out that we want to make sure that we are developing constantly on a daily basis. Okay. Now, what we want to talk about, what I want to talk to you guys about is developing these skills. Okay. On average, the first year IMA, the typical IMA earned $204 a month in their first year. Okay. An average IMA earns about $12,000 a year. Now, this is right here, typical results. Now, what I want you guys, what I challenge you guys is it really your aim to be typical? Now, these numbers are skewed because if you guys have ever heard of the 80-20 rule, 80% of the revenue comes from 20% of the IMAs. Okay, 80% of the revenue comes from 20% of the IMAs. So really, this is 20% of the company is making more than that on average, but you have so many people who aren't putting in the skill development needed, don't have the self-discipline, isn't communication, working on their habits, their leadership, and their networking. They're skewing those numbers. So my question to you is your goal, is your aim to be typical? Okay, and I'm going to show you why right now, why you can be absolutely crushing it compared to these typical results. Okay, so let me see here. What I want to show you guys is the power of this earnings plan that we have. Okay, power of this earnings plan. Now, let me ask you guys this. How many products, why don't you guys type in the chat? Let me raise this up. How many products does Renatus have? Type it in the chat. Let me see, where's the chat at? How many products does Renatus have? No clue. Cool. Okay. 2. So Renatus has 2 products. Now let me explain. We have the essentials and we have the AIT. We only have 2. Okay. We only have 2 products. It's easy. Simple and easy. You tell them essentials or do you want AIT? Which one do you want? Let's get started. Okay, it's very easy. There's 2 products, and what you guys will notice is, give me a second. This is what I show my prospects. We have 2 products. You have the essentials, which is kind of like this. Okay, and then we have the AIT, which kind of looks like this, right? And then you have the fix and flip module, you have the lease option module, you have the bonus classes, you have the multifamily, you have the commercial, you have the notes, tax liens and deeds, and then you have your short sales. So we have the essentials and then you have the AIT with all of these modules in it. 7 modules, right, with the bonus class. Now, we have 2 products, and I want you guys to understand this in the beginning, so when we go through the system, you'll see why it's so powerful. We have 2 products, but people have And how I like to explain it is essentials. Essentials helps you keep your money, and AIT helps you build wealth. So write that down. People ask you, well, what's the difference? Essentials helps you keep your money. We're going to show you with the velocity banking how to instantly retrieve cash flow. We're going to show you how to pay your kids off on your taxes and earn more and pay yourself first and not the government. We're going to be showing you how to invest with your retirement account. We're going to be showing you how to repair your credit. So the essentials is it's essential foundation to your business, but it's going to help you keep your money. While the AIT, we're going to show you how to build wealth with multifamily, with rentals, with Airbnb. If you guys just heard Hugh's event or Hugh's webinar with fix and flips, we're going to be building wealth. The AIT will do that for you. The essentials is going to help you keep your money. Okay. So now let's talk about, we have two products, but our customers have 4 options. Okay, what are the 4 options people have getting started with us? What are the 4 different ways people can get started in Renatus? Right, so we have an IMA, which is that's the side of the business we're talking about right now. It's an independent marketing affiliate. Okay, right, we have the essentials. What else? IMA, essentials. We have 2 more options. We have the advanced, right, which is AIT, and then we have the combo. These are the 4 options that people have to get started with our company, okay? Now, what does each one of these cost? How much does an IMA cost to get to be an IMA with Renatus? Perfect. $125. That's it. $125 to be an independent market affiliate. Now, what about the essentials? How much would somebody invest? $19.97. Now, what about the advanced? Close. Now remember, with the advanced, it's going to be, I believe it's $5,997. Okay. Now remember, and I'll go into this shortly. What about the combo, or I should say, the extreme? What is the extreme combo? All right, so look, it's 20 G's, but look at this. When you get the extreme combo, so remember, we have 2 products. Essentials and advanced are 2 different products. So the 8K SAM, you're right there, but the advanced alone is $5,997, but included with the essentials, that equals about roughly under $8,000, right? Now, same thing, when you get the extreme combo and the essentials, that's where it comes out to the $19,997. So we have 2 products. So remember, we have the essentials and then we have the advanced. So combined, it becomes an option they can have. So when they get the extreme combo, they get the extreme and they get the essentials, thus being $19,997. If they wanted to just get the advanced, which is the essentials plus 2 of these vocational tracks, right? 1, 2, that's this right here. Okay, so if they get 2 of these, 1, 2, they get 2 of the AITs plus the essentials, that will be the roughly right under the $8,000. Does that make sense? With the extreme combo is everything. So the extreme combo is all of the AIT, which is all of these modules, plus the essentials. That's what the extreme combo is. Does that make sense? And this is the time to ask questions. We want to make sure we're getting super clear. Okay. So essentials, you're just going to get the essentials, the 19997, which we have our study groups. The advanced, you're going to go ahead and get the essentials as well, plus 2 of the modules. With the extreme, you're going to go ahead and get the essentials plus all of the modules. Okay. Now, can you be an IMA without having your education? Yes. Right? Can you get your education without being an IMA? Yes. It's 2 separate businesses, but we treat it like one. Okay. And now what I'm going to show you guys is very simple. Okay. We bring somebody in for the 125. Okay. Say we bring somebody in at the 125, they get signed up, they're an IMA. How much do we get paid for somebody signing up for the 125? Are you guys sure? Are you sure it's 0? I want everybody to type in. How much do we get paid? 0. We don't get paid anything. Guys, you only get paid for bringing in, you guys only get paid for education sales. That's it. Okay. We bring somebody in on the team for the 125. Great. You get to unlock your account. You get to be a part of these trainings, but we don't get paid off of that. That would be multi-level marketing. Multi-level marketing is when you get paid to bring people in, not to sell a product. We don't do that. That's illegal. We don't get paid for the 125, right? So if anybody ever tells you this kind of looks like a it's not. You have to be registered in 13 states as if you are a multi-level marketing company. We are not. Okay. Now, let's do this. Okay. So what I'm going to show you is the way of, let me see if I can bring this up. Hold on. So you guys, give me 1 second. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we are going to say IMA So what I'm going to show you guys is the advanced plus 2 of the modules of your choice. Yes, so you are able to choose any of the 2 modules. So you could either choose a fix and flip, you can choose multifamily, you can choose lease options, you can choose any one of those. Okay, so we do not call it the extreme AIT, it is the extreme combo club only, right? That's what I call it. Majority of the company, we call it combos only, right? We're in the combo club. Okay. What I'm going to show you guys is how you guys, I want you guys to be aware of how you get paid in this business. Okay. So if you guys get started as just the IMA only, okay, which some of you guys are, I'm going to show you how you guys get paid. There's a saying in this business: you buy 1, sell 2. So Renatus, what they do, because they have how this community is set up, they have it set up into a way where we incentivize for this community and not, we don't have this, purchase and run mentality. So what Bob does is he knows that there's going to be a lot of effort and energy in training these teams, especially when you get the lower education or when you have lower education compared to higher education. So he incentivizes for that. So what I want you guys to remember is you buy 1 and you sell 2. Now, the whole goal is to be qualified in this business. Once you are 1 or 5-star qualified, you get to earn 50% commission. Now, I'm going to show you what that takes. So if you buy 1 and you sell 2, you are then certified and can get 50% commissions. Until then, you have to split it with your enroller as an incentive for them training you. Okay, now let's cover this. Let's go over this. So if you start off at the 125, which is an IMA, does that count as a sale? No, right? It does not, because, right, we only get paid off of education orders. So if you just purchase the IMA, remember, it's buy one, sell two. So you need to sell 3 products to be qualified. If you are IMA, you did not buy a product, therefore you must sell 3 products to be qualified. Let me show you. So if you sell an essentials as an IMA, let's see, let's do it this way. You and your enroller, okay, you get 125 and your enroller gets 875. Okay. Remember, it's always going to be 50%, but it's going to depend on who's going to get it. Okay, so that's one sell you made. Now you're going to go ahead and sell another, 875. That means you made $375. And your enroller made, how much is that? Let's see. Let's do easy. We like things easy. $875 times 3 is $2,625. Okay, now you are qualified. You are 1-star qualified. Okay, now when you make a sell, you get $1,000. Okay, and your enroller gets $100. They get 10%. $1,000. Okay, so what you did is you collected 375 and you passed on 2,625. Okay, that is if you did your IMA only. Okay, now what we are going to do, I'm going to move this out of the way, put it over here. Okay, so now you are 1-star and you will be able to make $1,000 checks forever, right? Forever, for the rest of your life with this company. Every time you sell in essentials, you will get 50%, $1,000. Okay, even if you do 2 of those a month, you're going to be getting $2,000. Okay, now let's look at this as in you purchased your essentials. Okay, now you purchase your essentials. Remember what we said, you buy 1, sell 2. So when you purchase your essentials, you actually count as a sell. So you bought 1, that's 1 of the 3 products, and you count towards your sell. Okay, now when you go ahead and you enroll somebody, you're going to actually get $500 and your enroller is going to get $500. The second person you enroll is going to be $500 and your enroller is going to get $500. Now you are qualified. Okay, you will have made $1,000. Your enroller makes $1,000, and you will now make $1,000 checks every time you sign somebody up. So you sign up the next person, you get $1,000. You just made the cost of your education by enrolling 3 people, or excuse me, 4 people. 3, I'm sorry. Okay, so you made $1,000 here and $1,000 here. Okay, Now you are 1-star qualified and you will be able to make $1,000 checks. So just by purchasing your education, you not only got educated, you're getting your classes, which are lifetime access. You will then be able to have your classes paid for free. So instead of just doing the 125, which you pass over $2,625, you now have your education paid for with three cells. Okay, any questions on that? Cool. Now let's talk about, we're going to be talking about the, if you have a combo. So if you have a combo, okay, remember you count as your first sale. You sell another combo to somebody, you make 500, your enroller makes 9,500 when you sell a combo, okay? Now stay with me. You enroll another person, 500, 9,500. Now you are, this is 5-star qualified because we're talking about the AIT. Okay, so remember, you have the essentials, which is 1-star, then you're going to be AIT qualified, which is 5-star. So you have your combo, you sell a combo, or you sell 2 combos, you are now qualified. On your 3rd combo, you make $10,000. And this is where you start to generate huge wealth to fund your real estate business, to fund your marketing business, to your traveling, whatever you want, part-time extra money. What if you just did one every other month? What if you did, you know, for a year, an extra $40,000 just by showing people what we're doing in this business? Okay. Now let me show you. Let me give you 1 second. Let me see if I can pull this up, make it a little easier visual. Give me 1 second. Aha, I found it. All right, perfect. This is gonna help it visualize so much easier. All right, give me 1 second. All right, can you guys see my screen? Type in the chat. You should be able to see this picture with the, yeah. All right, cool. This is gonna make it so much easier, guys. Cool. All right, now let's do this again for a little bit visual. You got started with the 125. You bring in somebody, that's $125. It's $125. It's $125. You now qualify and are 1-star qualified. Okay, you got past this point. You will now make $1,000 for every person you bring in. $1,000 for Bob and $1,000 for Sally, and forever and ever and ever. Okay, clear with the IMA so far? Okay, now we're going to talk about now you got your essentials. So you count for one of your essential cell. You bring in Bob, you get 500. You are now 1-star qualified, and you get $1,000 checks for every person you bring in for the essentials forever. Okay, that is with the essential package you are holding. Okay, now what we have to remember here, this is where it's going to get a little tricky, so stay with me. With the advanced package, the third option, here's what I got to say. So if you get started with your essentials, and somebody buys a combo from you, so there's this imaginary bucket right here, okay? And we have to fill this bucket up. If you have the combo, if you purchase the combo, hold on, oops. What happened here? Give me 1 second. Yeah. Okay, sorry about that. Now, when you get your combo, imagine there is a $27,000 bucket you have to fill in order to get 5-star qualified. So when you get your combo, remember, you get your combo plus your essentials, okay? AIT, it's all one track, okay? You have this $27,000 bucket to fill to qualify to be 5-star. Now let's look at this. If remember what we said, your first sell is you, okay? So how much? So remember, now you're 1-star, or you're getting multi. There's a way to be multi qualified. So to be able to get multi certification qualification, I should say. You buy your extreme and you get multi qualification. This is the fastest way to success. And I'm going to explain it to you, make it super simple and easy. You buy your combo and then you sell 2 more combos. Let's look at that. So you buy your combo. Remember, you are the first combo. That means that you count as your first sale, and $9,000 is going to go into this bucket. Now, why $9,000 and not $10,000? Because remember, you get $1,000 to your essentials 1-star, and you get your you go 9,000 to your bucket, which is your 5-star. So remember, there's 2 different ways. You have 1-star qualification, which is this side, and then which is the essentials, and then you have the AIT qualification, which is the 5-star. Okay. Now remember this: you sell 1, you guys get $500, and then remember another $9,000 is going to go into this bucket. You sell another combo, you get $500 for the essentials, and you get another $9,000 that goes in this bucket. Now, if you look at that, your first sell counted, your second and your third, you are now 5-star qualified. Now that means you now will make $10,000 for every combo you make. Now, here is where the real wealth is going to start generating. That $27,000 bucket is owed to your 5-star mentor, or a qualification, your 5-star qualified individual. So the goal for you is to first get 5-star, because what happens is you are bringing these 2 people roll up to whoever your enroller is. So for example, if I brought in Sam got his combo, Sam brought in these 2 people. These 2 people will then be under me. So you have Sam. So I will take his first 2 people, and now he is qualified. And from then on out, Sam is building a direct team to him. So that is why you want to get qualified first. So then you can start building a team. Once you start building a team and people start getting qualified under you, you get this bucket owed to you. So let's look at this. Let's say Sam brought in somebody, okay, and they had to get 5-star. They now owe $27,000 to Sam as a bucket in order to get qualified and start building their team. Okay, so remember, you buy 1, you sell 2. After that, you are then qualified and you get full 50% commissions, and you start building the team and the direct under you. Okay, so any questions about that? Now, what I'm also going to do is, because I'm still getting better every single day at explaining this to you, I want your guys' homework for the week to go to bestearningsplan.com. Okay, and what I'll show you is, let me show you guys right here. You're going to go to bestearningsplan.com. So what you're going to see here is Michael Huggins, where I'm getting this training from. As you can see, it's very similar. I mean, it's exactly who I got it from. Okay, what you guys will see here. Now look, education, it costs $125. Nobody gets paid anything. Okay, once you're qualified, if you sell an essentials for $2,000, you will get $1,000. Okay, if you sell a advance, which is 2 tracks and the essentials, see, essentials plus 2 IIT tracks, it comes out to $7,994. You will go ahead and get 50% of that, which is $4,000. Okay, then you have the combo, which is the extreme, or which is the essentials, plus all AIT tracks. It comes out to $19,994, and you will go ahead and receive $10,000. Okay, now let's keep moving on, and I'm going to play this for you guys. Actually, I'm just going to play it real quick.
Essentials and AIT. We also have 2 paths. We want you to get qualified on AIT, get qualified at Essentials. Okay. I also want to remind you that the commissions, or the earnings from these packages, that the option 3 is going to be 3,000, option 4 is going to be 9,000, and then option 1 is 0. Right? There's no earnings coming from option 1 because no one bought an educational service, so there's no earnings there. And then option 2, essentials, it's $1,000. That's the earnings that we're looking at. Okay, so the other cool thing is Bob Snyder designed this in such a way that we always have someone to lean on. Okay, we always got someone that's been in the business longer. And so we're going to use the phrase 5-star affiliate as your trainer. Okay, so if you notice down here at the bottom, this is that 5-star that we're all after. Okay, once you have 5-star status, you get to earn the full earnings off everything here. But until then, if you're still in training, you don't have your 5-star, you're still in training, then you get training earnings instead of the full earnings. So let me show you what that means. What I'm about to do is cover your choice. So if you come in at option number 1, I'm going to show you how you're going to go through this path to your 5-star. Okay. If you come in at option number 2, right, you get your essentials, how to follow this path to get your 5-star. The whole goal is how to get your 5-star. So that's what we're going to do now. So if you come in at option number 1, you say, you know what? This Bob Snyder is a genius. I am happy to market this stuff. It's $125. That's what you're going to pay, $125. And now you're going to go start finding customers. All you're going to do with customers is either invite them to the meetings you attended or send them the links that you watched. The business is already built in. You don't need to do a lot of work. You just need to share with customers. So when you find your first customer, if you come in at option number 1, so I'm talking about you, from your perspective, you come in at option 1, when you find your first customer, you're going to get $125 from that customer. Second customer, $125. Third customer, $125. That's all you're going to get. Regardless of what they buy, that's what you're going to get, $125. Once you've completed 3 sales, 1, 2, 3, you've completed those 3 sales, you will now earn your 1 star. Dun, 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 dun. You got your 1 star. When you've completed that and you have your 1 star, now on your next customer, $1,000. Next customer, $1,000. And so on and so forth for infinity. When you earn your 1 star status, regardless of how you got there, once you're 1 star, every essential sale that you sell is $1,000. That's pretty neat. You just got to get 3 training sales out of the way. Make sure you're doing it right. Okay? Now, once you've earned your 1 star, it's time to work on the 5 star. You only get a 5 star once you have filled up or hit this AIT quota. Okay? So the AIT quota that we're all going for is $45,000. Okay, so if this customer over here decides to buy an AIT, then either the $3,000 or the $9,000 from his order, whatever he bought, is going to end up in the bucket, 3 or 9. And if this guy decides to buy, okay, 3,000 or 9,000 is in here, and we just got to fill it up, fill it up, fill it up. Once we hit 45,000, we've completed the training on the AIT side. When you've done that, you hit that $45,000 mark, then you get your 5 star. Dun, 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 dun. You did it. And now, for the rest of the time you're with Renatus, you maintain that 5 star status by paying your IMA agreement once a year. Now, when you get your next customer and they decide to buy, it's a $10,000 check for you. And the next one, and the next one. As long as they're buying option 4, you get $9,000 from the AIT plus $1,000 from the essentials. This is how you're getting your $10,000 checks. So to recap, if you come in at option number 1, it's going to take you 3 sales to earn your 1 star, and then it's going to take you $45,000 in commissions or earnings to earn your 5 star. That's it. Pretty simple. It might take you up to 18 people. Think about that. If these guys up here, if all they did was buy option 3 up here, then you would only get to put 3,000 in your bucket. 3,000, 3,000, 3,000. How many times is it going to take 3,000 to equal 45? It's going to take 15 times plus the 3 up here. So 15 plus 3 is 18. That's a lot of people. Doesn't have to be that way. Just remember, only AIT commissions go in that AIT bucket, 3,000s and 9,000s. You only get to put things in the bucket once you've earned your 1 star. Once you've earned your 1 star, then you get to put your sales in the bucket.
Okay, so highlight on that. Remember, $45,000 bucket if you come in at the essentials or IMA. Only $3,000 and $9,000 go into your AIT. Only AIT sales go into your bucket. Okay? Remember, only 3,000s and 9,000s.
Okay. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. All right, now we're going to clear this. And we're going to talk about option 2. Most people don't stick at option 1 because you're here for real estate investing. So it doesn't make much sense to stay at option 1 where you answered the ad about making money in real estate or saving money on taxes or interest on your mortgage, things like that. So you're here for the education. So very few people do just option one. Honestly, 3, 4, 5% of our company is only at option one. Now, a lot of people jump into the essentials. Their very first week they find out about us because price-wise, it's a no-brainer. $2,000 is like 20 to 30 bucks a month on your credit card. It's a no-brainer because you're going to learn all sorts of stuff that's going to make up that $2,000 real quick. So people jump in right away. Especially if we've got the financing program. People have to come up with all of it up front. I mean, Bob Snyder's a genius. Okay, so let me point out to you now, if this is your participation level, right? You decide, you know what? You're right. I'm going to get essentials, and now essentials is your participation level. This is what's going to happen for you. What's the first bonus that's going to happen? You get some bonuses under the essentials. First bonus is you get to count as your own first sale. That's huge. Because you've gone through buying it yourself, we don't need to train you as much. So that counts as its own training sale. You buying your own, boom. Then the other big bonus, instead of earning $125 for your first 2 sales, you're going to earn $500 for your first few sales. So you get to count as your own. Now you only had to find 2 customers instead of 3, and you got paid $1,000 in your training. Now once you've completed that, you get to earn that 1 star we talked about. Dun, 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 you did it. Now you're on this side, you're qualified. So now every time you make a sale, it's $1,000, $1,000, $1,000 for infinity. Once you earn your 1 star is when you get to start working on your 5 star. Okay? We're going to fill up this bucket. Remember, the bucket quota is 45,000. That's the top of the bucket. Once you have filled up this AIT bucket with sales, with the earnings from the sales, right? 3,000s and 9,000s. Once you filled it up, you get your 5 star. So think about it. If over here this guy buys option 4, 9,000 goes in. If this guy buys option 4, 9,000 goes in. Okay? Again, you get to keep the 1,000. So the next guy, you get another 1,000. Well, this guy, and fill the bucket. Well, it's going to take 5 more sales for you to hit 45,000 in $9,000 increments. Okay? Then once you've hit that 45,000, dun, 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 you did it. Now you get your 5 star status. And now over here, instead of just putting commissions in a bucket, you don't get paid anything in this when it goes in the bucket. Right? Your trainer's getting paid. We want you to get paid. The only way to get paid those $9,000 checks is to have a 5 star. So now once you're 5 star here, right, you filled up that bucket. Now you're 5 star. Time to do the happy dance. And now every customer you find after that, if they buy option 4, it's 10,000. Option 4, 10,000. And then here's the cool thing. Like Bob Snyder said, we want people to have control. We want people to have options. So at this point, if you become 5 star inside Renatus, you can determine your income. You get to decide what your income is. You get to determine your income because of this program. Once you're 5 star, you need a $10,000 month? Great, go find 1 customer. You need a $50,000 month? Great, go find 5 customers. Can you think of 5 people who would love to secure their retirement with rental income? Can you think of 5 people who would love a way to pay off their their mortgage 2 decades early? Can you think of 5 people who would love to reduce their tax bill from 50% down to 10%? All you got to do is start introducing people. So for me, what I did is, I didn't really have a social life when I first started. I had 2 jobs. So I just went back to the jobs, started talking, right? I had a job at a lube shack and I had a job at a tire shack. And guess what? My first 2 customers were my managers at both of those places. I was younger than them. I was brand new. I was in more debt than them. I was riding a bike to those stupid jobs, right? Like they know I didn't have a car, but I still referred them to Renatus, and they still enrolled, and I still got paid. Now Renatus is able to train them, fix their mess, fix their taxes, fix their, all the mess that people find themselves in. My managers, the guys who gave me the jobs, took my referral, and now because of that, they're in the business still, thriving. Neither of them work at those jobs anymore. They're growing their businesses. It's incredible. So be thinking about the people you already know that you can share this with. And now my managers at those two jobs, they're no longer my managers. They're my trainees, right? We're doing deals together. I'm not going to say it's going to happen for you that way, but I just want to point out some ideas. Be thinking about the people you already know that are struggling, and let's help them. Teamwork makes the dream work. Okay, let's talk about option number 3 now. I'm going to clear away this. We're going to talk about option number 3. Option number 3 means you're coming in. Remember, the retail cost is just shy of $8,000, right? $7,994. Now we're going to talk about option number 3 and what that looks like. A lot of people come in here and they go, cool, I want to learn how to keep all my money, and yeah, right now I'm going to get some of the AIT. Great, let's do that. Jump into training, take advantage of everything we have to offer, make a bunch of money, let's go. This is what we're here for. So option 3, you get to keep those 2 bonuses up here. So you get to count as your own first sale, and you get $500 for your first 2 referrals. So that's a nice big bonus that you get to keep. Then once you've done that, you've completed that, you now earn your 1-star status. Again, like I said, as soon as you're 1-star, every essential sale you make is $1,000 for infinity. It's incredible. One cool bonus, if you buy an AIT, so remember in the essentials, you got essentials bonus. If you buy AIT, you get AIT bonuses. So one of the biggest bonuses for the AIT is the bucket quota goes down significantly. Instead of it being 45,000, it goes down to 27,000. A much smaller bucket to fill. So that's one of the bonuses. Okay, bonus 1 and bonus 2. Bonus 2 is the 3,000 from your own purchase gets to count towards your own qualification. So you get to start out with 3,000 automatically in your bucket, and you only have to go to 27 instead of 45. That's a super deal. So now, if this guy buys an AIT program, great. You can put the 3,000 or the 9,000 in here, right? Same with this guy. Fill it up, 3,000 or 9,000, depending on what he bought. Fill it up. As soon as you hit 27, you're 5-star. You did it, baby. Anything you generate over 27,000 is cash money to you, right? Let's say it ended up that there were $30,000 in there. Your 3,000 plus 3 9s. That's $30,000. So guess who gets the other? Anything over and above 27 is yours to keep forever. So you would get that. Now you're 5-star status. So your next customer that comes in at option 4 is a $10,000 check to you. Next customer comes in at option number 4, $10,000 check to you. You decide at this point. You're in control. You just got to get the training. Go through this training. This training, like I said at the beginning of this, is going to help you become a better real estate investor. You're going to learn money management skills, leadership skills, sales skills, communication skills, negotiating skills, discipline. These are the skills that you need in order to hit the goals you want in life. So let's give them to you while you're here and learning money and learning and earning. All right, now option number 4 is the overwhelming majority. Almost 80% of our students are participating at option number 4. This is where the big money in real estate's made. This is where the lifetime membership's at. Okay, option number 3 is not a lifetime membership, but option number 2 is. So most of our people are participating on option number 4. Yeah, it's $20,000 bucks. It's not necessarily the easiest thing to find. Now, for some people, absolutely. They don't even blink an eye. Cool, 20 grand are in. Now, other people like me, I'm like, holy crap, I make $20,000 a year at my job. I had to drop that identity of I could only earn $20,000 a year at my job. I had to drop that. And I'm so grateful that Renatus showed me how I could start earning money based off of my value and not based off of my time. So there are some of us who are way more valuable than we were getting paid for the time that we were putting in. And so Bob Snyder is going to recognize your value here. And if you bring more value to the company, great, you get more value. So that's why I got behind this. I was so ready, so excited. I just had to find my money. So in a different video, we showed people how to find the money. If you don't know where your 20 grand is coming from, just find that video and we'll show you where to get it. Think about that. $20,000 is not a lot of money. If you keep thinking it is, that's probably why you're stuck in the situation you're in. How long do you want to keep thinking 20 grand is a lot of money? Not long. Good. So like I said, a lot of people, 80% are participating at level 4. They got their Extreme Plus combo, 20 grand. So here's what they get. They get those bonuses like we talked about for your essentials, right? You get the bonus of counting as your own. You get the bonus at your 500 earnings for your first 2 sales. Okay, you get the bonus that the bucket is down to 27,000. Okay, you also get the bonus of counting your own 9,000. So instead of 3 in the bucket, it's going to be 9,000 in the bucket. That's a big bonus. Now the other major bonus that only comes with buying option number 4, okay, this bonus, where does it come from? Buying option number 4. This bonus is called simultaneous qualification. Simultaneous qualification means while you are qualifying at your 1 star, you can simultaneously qualify your 5 star. So if your first customer, this guy right here, decides to come in at option number 4, you get to credit that 9,000 in your bucket. If this guy comes in at option number 4, he's still your second sale. You get to credit the 9,000 in your bucket. So if there's 3 9,000s, yours, plus the first 2, how many dollars are in the bucket? Did we hit the 27,000 quota? We did. So as soon as you get 27,000, you get your 5-star status. Woohoo! You did it. And now your next customer comes in at option number 4. It's a $10,000 check. Next customer comes in at option number 4, $10,000 check. At this point, you get to pick how much you earn. Just how many customers you find. You got to remember, we sell the best product on the market. The best educational service is unbeatable. Other companies out there spending or charging their customers 50, 80, 100, 120,000 for training. That's not a lifetime membership. So if you're thinking about helping us bring this product to market, you got to understand Bob's already done all the research. We have the best price. We have the best training. We have the best track record. We have the best options as far as it being a lifetime membership. We got the biggest community. There's over 15,000 of us nationwide, people you get to work with, people you can do real estate with, people you can leverage and connect with. And there's the relationship side of this business is huge. So Bob's already put all this stuff in place for us. All we got to do is think about it being an introducer. You're going to introduce a person to the first meeting, then to the second meeting, and then to the third meeting, and you're going to let them decide. Do you want to be in or out? Do you want to learn real estate or not? It's exciting stuff. So let me point out one other thing. Once you are on...
Okay, guys. So that is Mr. Michael Huggins. He was the #1 income earner of Renatus last year, being 29 years old, coming from working 2 jobs at Jiffy Lube to generating over $640,000 last year. That's an average of $50,000 a month. Okay. He is the guy I look up to most in his business training on the marketing side. He will be in Sacramento Regionals Friday night. Okay, so I wanted to play that for you. As you can see, he explains it very simply and clear. Is there any questions? I know you guys are gonna, if this is your first time seeing the comp plan, or excuse me, the earnings plan, it took me a few times. Any major questions that I can answer for you guys at this time? Cool. All right, guys. So we are going to be doing these marketing trainings on Mondays for, upcoming weeks. Wanted to start with the earnings plan because we want to show you we have the best system. We have the best income opportunity in the country. Not only are you going to be building wealth through real estate, but you'll be able to be changing lives and be getting paid very handsomely to do so. Okay, so like I said, we are going to be starting this marketing training so we can get you guys qualified, building your teams, and people can be getting you filling up your $27,000 buckets so we can go ahead and produce 50 to an extra $100,000 a year. Okay, any questions for us, for me tonight before we go ahead and end this beautiful call? Does this make sense? Do you guys, did this make sense, or do you feel like it was a little bit over your head? Okay, good, perfect, awesome, great. So next week we'll be talking about filling your funnel, three-way calls, scripts, utilizing me to help drive this business, and getting you guys paid and building your team. So I want to congratulate every single one of you guys for being on tonight. And I hope you guys have a phenomenal one. Remember, we have the team call tomorrow. Make sure you guys get your studies in. And I hope you guys have a great night.